Thanks. Yeah. Okay, time for atmospheric music.
I'll bring the chime at 10:30. And then
I don't live in minutes for like 60 seconds, 30 seconds. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I had a nice crash. Well, I heard that last time I was here. I guess I got the news about that. Well, you guys. Oh, are you? Oh, wow. How old is she? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's talk afterwards. Don't go away. Let's talk afterwards.
Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Amherst. I'm Reverend Michelle Buhite, the minister of this congregation, and I'm happy to see all of you out on this gorgeous day and knowing that we will have an opportunity later to go outside and play. You may have noticed as you came in, there is a table at the back of the chapel that has already started accumulating some shells and some stones and some flower petals. That is our moment of beauty. So if you didn't add something or if you want to add more later, please do. This is a lesson in beauty and impermanence. Our guest this morning is Jim Scott, and we are very pleased to have him with us. Yay! Jim is a UU rock star and will be having a chance to sing some of his music and to hear some of his music. So this is going to be great. This is a service for all ages. And so everybody will stay, although care for littles is available off of the atrium at the back of the chapel. And always, parents are welcome to keep children with them or go play with them or just leave them with the wonderful folks who are taking care. For those of us gathered here, I invite you to put your phones on airplane mode, or as we like to say, worship mode. This helps us all to be free from distraction, and it helps us to ensure that those who are enjoying the service on the live stream don't have any hiccups. So thank you for doing that. You can still take pictures and do those kinds of things. Your phone will still do stuff on airplane mode. And now I invite you to do what really this congregation does best, and that is to welcome one another into this space. So let the welcoming begin. Sound. I love that moment when it's like, oh, wait, did I miss something? Did she ring the bell? Our opening words this morning come from Unitarian Universalist, who is near and dear to me and to you, Jim Scott. Huh, what an amazing coincidence. These are our opening words not only because they open our time of worship, but because they are meant to open us up, to open our hearts and our minds to the possibility that we all are worthy, all finding our place in the family of things. So this is a shared reading, and your response at the end of each sentence is, "We raise our voices." And I will gesture in a way that lets you know that it's your turn to say that. And if you forget what to say, it's on the screen. For all of life and gifts we hold sacred, we raise our voices. For all our relations we will meet with compassion and grace, we raise our voices. For justice and peace and the health of all the cycle of life, we raise our voices. For the celebration of all who themselves cannot or may not, we raise our voices. For the remembrance of those who have taught, led, or inspired us, we raise our voices. For this moment in time that we are granted to share the wealth of each other's presence, we raise our voices. For the power of our collective voice and concerted action with vision and love, we raise our voices. It is our custom when we gather to light a flaming chalice. So the chalice that you can see over here is a cup or a vessel that symbolizes the gathered community. The flame represents the spark that each one of us brings to represent the light of truth, the warmth of community, and the fire of our commitment to bring more justice and compassion to the world. And so today our guest, Jim Scott, is offering our chalice lighting words, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay.
We light this chalice with a flame. It's a symbol of our free faith, we like to say, our free search for faith, our free lack of faith, as some have put it, and it is symbolic of a great many things. On another Sunday, I can promise you it'll have an entirely different connotation. For me today, it says, the earth is a vessel, sailing on with a fire in its heart. The inside of the earth, scientists tell us, is every bit as hot as the sun. So if it's that hot on the inside, where are the flames on the outside? We are that energy force of earth, burning, oxidizing, green and blue and white when you see us from out in space, down here on the ground, fashioning from the earth a whole spectrum of color, providing this mysterious and mystical balance of peace and health and justice we might call spirit. And I like this word spirit, as you'll see. Isn't that a good segue into
Almost.
Opening hymn?
It will be in just a moment.
Okay.
So each week as we light the chalice, we also acknowledge that our church is built on holy ground, ground that was first cultivated and occupied by the Haudenosaunee, and before them, the Neutrals. We honor them as the original keepers of the land. Joan will now offer a libation as our giveaway, a symbol of our respect for and deep connection with the land. May we be good stewards of the land and courageously cultivate community with all living things. Thanks, Joan. Our song of intention today is not what it says in the order of service. It is going to be Gather the Spirit, which is 347 in your gray hymnal. You will need your hymnal because this was a late-breaking adjustment, and so the lyrics will not be up front. So gray hymnal 347. And I invite you to rise and body your spirit as we sing.
Gather the Spirit, harness the power, our separate fires will kindle one flame. Witness the mystery of this hour, our trials in this life.
May be seated. We are a beloved community, a gathering of people who have chosen to journey together, to encourage one another, and to be part of something important and life-changing. And because we aspire to be such a people, we make bold promises about how we will be with one another. We call that our covenant, our sacred promise. And I invite you to join me in these words. Together we promise to gather in compassionate community, to celebrate diversity of thought and unity of spirit, and to seek wholeness with ourselves, our children, and our world. And now, Jim, I turn it to you.
Thank you, Reverend Michelle. Michelle and Les and I, we go way back. Actually, it's always a delight to come here, and it's a delight to have my old friend, I shouldn't say old friend, longtime friend, be your minister. So, so many celebrations. I got a commission to write 7 songs. We had 7 principals then. We have 8 now. We're on the way to having 8, so I'll have to have another song. I got a commission to write 7 songs for kids, which sounded like a great idea to me. I had written a very grown-up 7 principles choral piece, and in fact what we just recited, We Raise Our Voices, is part of that. And I could just hear that last raise our voices is supposed to be, we raise our voices. That was wonderful to hear it spoken. Because I write songs, you see, and I have words left over. So I think that I said for years, I don't know if I'm a poet, I'm a songwriter, but I'm growing into it. I'm going to be a poet, I guess, too. So I think these 7 principles could be boiled down to a word or two, really. The dignity and worth of every person, our first principle. That's human rights, I guess, right? And I boiled it down to everyone is welcome here. Let's talk about that welcome. We have churches called All Souls Church, UU churches, All Souls. You don't have to go far from here probably to find a church that says, oh, it's just us here, the good people. Other people are just wrong and they don't belong here. What we believe in is all souls, not just the good souls, not just the rich souls, not just the saved souls, not just the white souls, but all souls of all genders, of all, in fact, beliefs are welcome here. So I wrote a simple little song here, and I've got so many papers here. Everyone is welcome here, and you are loved. Everyone is welcome here, and you are loved. If you got your 8.5 by 11 piece of paper with 2 sides, there are a number of things where we invite you to sing along. You can mumble along with Jim on this. Everyone is welcome here, and you are loved. Everyone is welcome here, and you are loved. No matter what you look like or where you come from, no matter if you're rich or poor, we give our love to everyone. No matter if you're happy, no matter if you're sad, or whether we agree on things, if you're here, we are glad. Everyone is welcome here, and you are loved. Everyone is welcome here, and you are loved. Now there's this little counter line. It's a double line. If you're really creative, you can sing all of those words. But I think just one set of words is enough. You are beautiful. I will stand by you. Just do that. You are beautiful. I will stand by you. And everyone is welcome here. Beautiful. I will stand by you. You are, you can take your choice. I will stand by you. Everyone is welcome here, and you are loved. Everyone is welcome here, and you are loved. I think if you applaud, it'll get tiresome if you applaud for every one of these little things. So, thanks. I like applause in church myself, but we won't do that. So we say everybody deserves respect and love, and that's our first principle, this dignity and worth of every person. We believe in love, too. That second principle, compassion, it says. But, you know, we could compassion in human relations, that we could boil that right down to love, I think. We believe in love, and that's not, now pardon me if I speak to you as if you're under 15. It's not just a, ooh, I love you kind of thing. The word we use for the second principle is compassion, this big word. And that means caring and loving. So being mean and selfish, that's not part of it. It's difficult sometimes to give love to everybody because some people are mean, or they're suffering, or they're just mad, or they just want to cause trouble. Sometimes we have to get away from dangerous people. But if we keep holding on to love and we try to hold on to the belief, we don't want to hurt them back. We don't want to hurt them back. And we try to win through getting that compassion across, and not by causing pain or winning over someone else. I said it about principle. Did I say it about principle number one? I say it about all of them. It's not easy. Compassion, that's the big word we use. How about the relative major? When you're angry, I will listen, and I'll care when you're sad. Cheer you on when you're tired, through the good and through the bad. The chorus, you care for me, and I'll care for you, 'cause caring for each other is the loving thing to do. When we give from the heart with nothing to lose. Compassion is the word I like to use. Compassion is the word I choose. I'll forgive your mistakes, celebrate your victories. We'll be happier together than we could be separately. You care for me, and I'll care for you, 'cause caring for each other is the loving thing to do. When we give from the heart, there's nothing to lose. Compassion is the word I like to use. Compassion is the word I choose. Let's do it again. You care for me, and I'll care for you, 'cause caring for each other is the loving thing to do. When we give from the heart, there's nothing to lose. Compassion is the word I like to use. Compassion is the word I choose. Is this little part there? I'll care for you, and you care for me. Together we'll make such sweet harmony. We don't like telling people what they should believe. And we certainly don't tell them they have to have a certain belief and stick to that certain thing to be here. We're all trying to learn. And Unitarian Universalists have thought about this for a long time. And this is what we've come up with. We're going to help you, but we're going to let you figure it out. And I keep saying, it's not easy. But we think things will turn out better if we take the time to ponder, think, reflect on. I'm acknowledging that there are some bigger people here and I can use some bigger words. I have been wondering, what is love? And what's going on in my heart and my mind? Like the flickering light from the stars above. Some parts of this puzzle are hard to find, are very hard to find. I'm wondering, where did this life come from? And if I don't know, it keeps me up at night. And where do we go when this life is done? And who made the rules? And did they get it right? And did they get it right? I wonder sometimes about such big stuff. It stretches my brain like a big balloon. I imagine and I dream, but even that is not enough. I know the answers are in me, and I wish I'd find them soon. I'm searching for what I can truly believe. How can we have faith in what we cannot see? They say the answers come when we're ready to believe. But for now, there's the D flat chord. But for now, I'll be happy with one great mystery. With one great mystery. Thank you. We need a little. So I have a script here that I am not quite following, but I'll remind you, I made this up thinking I'm going to talk to young people. So you just have to access your inner child or regress now, if you would. Humor me. What if there were only one kind of flower? And they all look the same. What if there were only one kind of ice cream? Well, that would get boring. What if there were only what? Tell somebody. If there were only one tree. One channel on TV. One what? One, oh yeah? One musical instrument. Whoa. Yeah. Well, we kind of like the fact that we're different here. And that fourth principle acknowledges that we are just not the same. There's no one size that fits all for all of us, and we get a little rocky here. We're different, and that makes me stronger. You have your way, and I have mine. We're different, and that makes me richer. If we respect each other, things will work out fine. We're different, no, there's other words to this, but they're written small. You like this, and I like more of that. Maybe we can learn from each other. You think this, and I cannot agree. Is there just one way that's right, or is there another? And I need you, here's your part, to walk beside me. I need you to know that I love you. You need me, and I'll be with you. In our own ways, we'll find what's true. Sometimes I don't understand you, and I just don't get what it's all about. Sometimes you don't like what I say, but if we talk it over, we can work it out. I need you to walk beside me. I need you to know that I love you. You need me, and I'll be with you. In our own ways, we'll find what's true. I think we should sing that again. I need you to walk beside me. I need you to know that I love you. You need me, and I'll be with you. In our own ways, we'll find what's true. In our own ways, we'll find what's true. In this country, our United States of America, we have a democracy. That means we vote on things that we decide what we're going to do by voting on things. What do you mean vote? Well, everybody gets to choose when we have to decide these things. Who's going to be in charge of all kinds of things? We're going to decide who's going to be in charge. We're going to decide. That's the president or our senators that go to Washington and tell folks what we think. We vote on who's going to be a judge or a police chief. We vote on how we're going to get rid of stuff in the trash or the stuff that goes down the toilet. Somebody has to make plans, and we should all have that choice. We think everybody should have that choice. Some places don't work that way. Maybe a king decides what to do and says everyone should pay him, or the queen says we should all go fight in an army against an enemy, or something like that. Some churches don't give people that choice. There is just one way. We think it's a good thing that we adopted our fifth principle, and in fact we had a vote at our General Assembly where we decided that democracy should be one of our principles. Back when we started this country, there were some Unitarians there to say this country should be fair and we should all have a vote. And as I said before, it's not easy. And if I had kids here, hi kids back there, I think we need a little of this. We won't destroy the bleachers or anything. Boom, boom, bam, boom, boom. Can you do that? Boom, boom, bam. Yay! Boom, boom, bam. I have a voice, I have a choice. You need to know my dreams. If we understand each other, the world's not as tough as it seems. I have a voice, I have a choice. You need to know my dreams. If we understand each other, the world's not as tough as it seems. Maybe you need to use your hands to hold that piece of paper. And there's the chorus. I have a voice, I have a choice. You need to know my dreams. If we understand each other, the world's not as tough as it seems. We need to know each other. What's important, what is real. You have a voice, you have a choice, and I need to know how you feel. Everybody, I have a voice, I have a choice. You need to know my dreams. If we understand each other, the world's not as tough as it seems. We need to know each other. What's important, what is real. You have a voice and you have a choice, and I need to know how you feel. I have a vote, I have a vote, you have a vote. We can decide together. If I understand you and you understand me, we can be friends forever. We can be friends forever. We do that again. I have a vote, you have a vote. We can decide together. If I understand you and you understand me, we can be friends forever. We can be friends whatever. So we disagree about things. Yes, we disagree about things sometimes. And we might feel that we have to argue, but we don't like turning it into a fight. Maybe there are times that you have to struggle to fight. Some people think there are not times that you need to fight. Some think there are. So there we go again. We disagree. And we think it's important, though, to make sure we do it in a peaceful way and that we make peace with everyone and help others make peace. Our sixth principle says it's our goal of peace and world community, a goal for kids. That's like a goal in soccer or something. You know, we get there, yay, we could achieve peace. And there is a peaceful way of doing things. And I will say to the grown-ups here, it's A.J. Muste, wonderful mystic and great thinker, who said, there is no way to peace, but peace is the way. I kind of think we could change a word in that sixth principle to say not only that we believe in the goal of peace, but the way of peace, the nonviolent resolution of conflict or something. Here I'm getting wordy again. Building peace. One more friend, one more smile, one more time for sharing, one more heart that is touched, one more act of second verse one more time. One more hand reaching out, one less hurting soul, one brave act building peace, one world is our sacred goal. We'll take a little recess here and get the seventh principle after some more alternative business. Reverend Michelle.
On this Father's Day, we recognize the vast spectrum of experience and the often complicated feelings that surround such a celebration. We honor those fathers and father figures in our lives who have loved, supported, encouraged, and instructed us. And we seek to share these gifts with others. We mourn with those who mourn the loss of a father, and fathers who mourn the loss of a child, whether separated by death or estrangement. We support those for whom this day brings pain and sorrow, who suffered abandonment, neglect, or abuse. We support and celebrate the fathers in our midst who give of themselves to their children, recognizing all the strength and wisdom and stamina and love and time and honest introspection that fatherhood requires. And we support those men who choose not to have children, yet who are present in loving and supportive ways to children, youth, and adults alike. And we seek to honor wherever we find ourselves today, across this vast spectrum of experience, and to feel the compassion that embraces us. Each week we pause to bear witness. We bear witness to one another's joy and pain, our cares and concerns. We make room in the circle and in our hearts for all that we bring. And so we gather. We gather not only in this larger space, but we take that moment in the service to gather up front around a table with the symbols of a table labyrinth and stones and shells and little pieces of joy that if you were here last week, you'll recognize those right away. They tend to be soft and squishy. And we make room for one another at this table. And community is messy. There are no neat lines. It's just the gathered community. And so as Jim shares some instrumental music with us, I invite you to come forward and to place some joy or a stone or shell on the labyrinth. Come together. Let's share a few breaths as we expand our circle to include those who may not be present, but whose presence is felt. We bring into our circle of love and care those who are ill, those who are in pain, either in body or in spirit, those who are lonely, those who are feeling lost and overwhelmed, those who have been wronged. We are part of a web of life that makes us one with all humanity, one with all the universe. We are grateful for the miracle of consciousness that we share, the consciousness that gives us the power to remember, to love, and to care. May it ever be so in our lives. Amen, and blessed be.
Our seventh principle is my favorite, I have to say, and maybe what has contributed to my being as active as I've been in the Unitarian denomination in a lot of different ways. I was part of this group of 6 lunatic fringe people at General Assembly that sat around a table and dreamed up the idea of the 7th Principle Project. I wouldn't say it was dreamed up right there. People came with the idea. And that 7th Principle Project became the UU Ministry for the Earth, which briefly, this is the Peter Principle in action. I was the co-chair of, and at the time when we decided we need to make this a program, another plaque on the wall like we are welcoming congregation to say we are a green sanctuary. And the Green Sanctuary program grew out of that. And I'm just honored, humbled, to validated to go places and people say, yeah, we thought that was a good idea and we did that. So the 7th principle, speaking to kids. Do you have energy? I'll bet you do. Somebody's got energy. Even if you're feeling tired, and I understand that because this thing has been going on for a while here, but we're almost done. How do we get our energy? From stuff we eat. Actually, we eat the sun. We eat things that ate the sun. The plants and the animals, they all ate the sun, and we get their energy. So we eat the sun, and we're made of stuff. Where did this stuff come from? From the earth. It comes from the earth all the time. We're all pieces of earth, and we change places with the earth all the time. In the last few weeks, what I have drunk is my eyes. What I have eaten in the last few months is my skin. What I have eaten in the last several years is all the way down to my bones. I trade places with this earth all the time. The earth is me, and I'm the earth. So the earth can fix me. But if there's something wrong with the earth, it won't be long before it's wrong with us, too. So taking care of the earth is taking care of us. Oh, we're all made of rain that fell from the sky. We're each a piece of earth. You and I, we're thankful for this web of life on this little blue-green ball. We're thankful for earth, sky, and sea, and mending this web is up to you and me. That's the chorus. Oh, what was once you is now a part of me, and it turns out we're related to broccoli. We're thankful for this web of life on this little blue-green ball. We're thankful for earth, sky, and sea, and mending this web is up to you and me. This earth is one big living thing, and all life has one song to sing. The music Mother Nature gives, the harmony of all that lives. Think about your life. Think about this day. We can't let life on earth just go away. We're thankful for this web of life on this little blue-green ball. We're thankful for earth, sky, and sea, and mending this web is up to you and me. And one more time, we're thankful for this web of life on this little blue-green ball. We're thankful for earth, sky, and sea, and mending this web is up to you and me. Well, I wonder if we got time to sneak this in. We have an 8th principle now that we're talking about, voting on. Perhaps that's coming at this General Assembly. I haven't kept up on all the logistics of how this works, but you know, we think about it carefully for a long time before we adopt a principle. And this principle of the beloved community of anti-racism, of acceptance, that I think is something that wasn't quite said before in the dignity and worth of every person. And here's just a little song. I think that I would like to be your friend. I think that we could really have some fun. A real companion is so much better than pretend, and games are better played by more than one. So I think I'd like to be your friend. You look sort of different from me, and I guess that I was not too sure about you. But if you like the way the different colored flowers go together, well, I guess that goes for people too. And I'd like to be friends with you. You see, I'm kinda new in this church, in this school, in this town, and I don't know a lot about your town. I don't know all your language, but I can play it cool. This making new friends is not as bad as it sounds. You know, I'm kinda fun to have around. I can be serious, or I can be a clown. I can make you wanna giggle when you're wearing a frown. Well, it's too much trouble to be nasty, I've found. Porque quiero ser tu amigo y tengo otros amigos que vas a conocer. Una vez que empecemos no se sabe cuándo acabará, pero es maravilloso ver el círculo crecer, que todos nuestros amigos sean amigos. Everybody, la 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 la. International language, la 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 la. La 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 la. I love ending with this song. It's an old, and nobody knows who wrote it, as far as we can tell. The chorus of my song, I made verses to the song, but I think we should just sing the chorus. And it's in our Teal hymn book, or you can, is it on the screen? And may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. And it turns into a 4-part round. Ha ha ha. But I know we could do it in 2 parts, I'll bet. Let's do it one more time all together. And may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. I'll bet we can do it in at least 2 parts. Let's try it. And may your life be
as a song. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, and softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night.
Ever dancing circles in the night.
Ever dancing circles in the night.
One more last night.
Ever dancing circles in the night. And let's show Jim some appreciation for this wonderful worship service. Please join me as we extinguish our chalice, and then stay seated because we have a couple few announcements. Okay? So Joan, if you'd like to go over to the chalice. All right, please join me with these words. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. As our service draws to an end, our service to the world is ready to begin. So let me tell you about a few of the opportunities to connect and serve in the days to come. Each Sunday in June and also in July, we are offering a Sunday morning Church of the Wild meditation time in the Ecology Center, just beyond our parking lot. Go all the way to the back, and where the woods are, that's the Ecology Center. And Connections member Lorraine Marcus is back there to help lead you through a meditation out in the wild. Well, as wild as we get here in Williamsville. But it's amazing to be among the songs of birds and the rustling of the trees. So do make a point. It's 9:30 Sunday mornings. It's 45 minutes, so you won't be late for church. You can always get directions from so many of us. Raise your hand if you know where the Ecology Center is and could help. Okay, so we can help. There's going to be an additional, can't do 2 things at once, an additional Church of the Wild experience, and Eve is here to tell us a little bit about that.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Is this?
It will be in a second.
It will be.
Okay. So my name is Eve Tolbert, and I'm one of the faith development teachers working on our Ecology Club and our Church in the Wild programs. What's that all about, you may ask? Well, you probably know that we have over 6 acres of Waterhouse Ecology Center Preserve right in our church backyard to enjoy and protect and worship in. And this is great news, but like all great powers, it comes with great responsibility. So I'm excited to tell you about a little invitation today, an invitation to see nature in a whole new way with technology, and our church nature preserve. So we've been learning more about native plants and invasive species we have to control, and the New York Wildways program that supports species migration across landscapes. So we do this through digital apps, using apps to identify the species. So at coffee hour, I'll be in the back there to teach you a bit about how we can use these citizen science apps to help our trails and our species management challenge, I'll say, honeysuckle, buckthorn, dog strangling vine. So anyone who's willing to download an app and take a walk this summer can learn an easy way to help the preserve. We have started a cool project on iNaturalist. If you go to the next one.
I think I only loaded one.
Oh, okay. Well, you can learn more about the iNaturalist project, where we have a bank of nature observations to see what we really have in our backyard and the ecological relationships in the web of life that is right out there. So with a smartphone, you can contribute to the project. And so we'll be talking a bit more about that and the Ecology Center in the back of coffee hour. Hope you stop by, and we can get connected to talk more about nature identification. Thank you.
Thank you. Jim will be in the Emerson room with books and CDs. Stop and say howdy, and if you feel so inspired to share his music with other people you know and love, maybe acquire some CDs. Next week, we will be streaming General Assembly worship during our worship hour. Worship at General Assembly does not start at 10:30. It starts at 11. We will welcome you if you are an early bird and get here at 10:30, but you'll just have a little bit of a sit. Also, the service tends to run closer to 90 minutes, so plan yourselves accordingly. There won't be kids programming, but there will be our child care staff available. So again, 11 o'clock next week. That is we are so accustomed to what we are accustomed to. So I'm going to just keep repeating it. Yes?
What if we want to go to the meditation next week? Will it be later?
Lorraine is nodding. So 10 o'clock for meditation. Thank you for thinking of that. And finally, you will be able to look at our church newsletter for all kinds of good stuff. It's online. And the July newsletter will be coming out this week, so watch for that. And of course, we would be remiss if we did not invite you to fully participate in the life of this congregation with your financial support. Because we pick fruit from trees we did not plant, and we drink water from wells we did not dig. And that is exactly how it should be, so long as we dig and plant for those who will come after us. I invite you now to rise in body or spirit as we sing our closing blessing. We'll sing a cappella, Travel Light and Travel Easy. Travel light and travel easy till I see you once again. Travel light and travel easy, and remember I'm your friend. May the road rise up to greet you as you leave your past behind. I will think about you gently, and I'll hold you in my mind. Now look at one another and twinkle your eyes. Here we go. Travel light and travel easy till I see you once again. Travel light and travel easy, and remember I'm your friend. I have you down as offering a benediction called Wisdom and Love.
When wisdom met love. When wisdom was a striking young man, he met a beautiful woman named Love. And now, I'm not really sure who was the man and who was the woman. Maybe they were the same sex. I'd like to keep you, said wisdom. Yeah. You can't own me, said Love, but I love you anyway. What would it cost to know you'd always be there? Asked wisdom. Don't Don't ask such questions, said love. Just look at the stars. Why? Wisdom pondered. Are they telling us something? Oh, chill out, chided love, which made wisdom happy in a funny sort of way. And so it was that wisdom fell in love with love and thus became truly wise.
Go in peace.